Silence was never empty to our ancestors. It was full of meaning. In today's world, silence often feels uncomfortable. We fill every moment with noise, music, television, phones, endless talking. But in native tradition, silence was not something to escape. It was something to respect. Our elders understood that silence was a teacher, one that spoke quietly but clearly. When I was young, I once asked an elder a question. I expected an answer right away. Instead, he looked at the ground, then at the trees, then at the sky. He said nothing. Minutes passed. I felt uneasy. I wondered if he had heard me at all. Only later did I understand. That silence was the answer. In native life, words were never wasted. When someone spoke, it mattered. And when they did not speak, it mattered just as much. Silence allowed a person to listen, not just to others, but to themselves. Our ancestors believed that if you spoke too quickly, you revealed that you had not thought deeply enough. They listened to the land, they listened to the wind, they listened to the rhythm of life moving around them. In that stillness, they learned patience. They learned humility. They learned when not to speak. Around the fire, elders would often sit quietly. Young people watched. They waited. No one rushed the moment. Because wisdom does not arrive on demand, silence created space. Space for reflection. Space for understanding. In many native traditions, silence was also a sign of respect. You did not interrupt. You did not speak over another. You allowed words to settle before responding. This way of being taught restraint. It taught thoughtfulness. It taught care. Compare that to modern life. Today, we are encouraged to speak immediately, to respond instantly, to fill every pause. Silence is mistaken for weakness, or confusion, or disinterest. But our ancestors knew better. They understood that silence holds power. It allows emotions to calm. It allows truth to surface. An elder once said, "Watch what a person does when they stop talking." In silence, character is revealed. For older generations, silence also brought clarity. With age came the ability to sit with thoughts longer, to feel no need to impress, no need to compete. A person who had lived many seasons understood that not every moment required words. Sometimes the most important lessons are learned by simply being present. The land itself teaches this. The mountains do not speak. The rivers do not argue, yet they endure. Our ancestors lived close to these teachers. They mirrored their patience, their stillness. Silence was not loneliness. It was connection. Connection to memory, to ancestors, to the self. As people grew older, silence became even more valuable. It offered peace. It offered reflection. It offered understanding. Life made more sense when it slowed down. In native culture, elders were not expected to entertain. They were not expected to perform. Their quiet presence alone carried meaning. Today, many people fear silence as they age. They fear being forgotten. They fear being unheard. But our ancestors saw aging differently. Growing older meant growing deeper. It meant fewer words, but stronger ones. Silence became a companion, not an enemy. There is wisdom in that. In a noisy world, silence can still guide us. It can remind us to pause, to listen, to choose our words carefully. You do not need to speak loudly to be heard. You do not need to speak often to matter. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can offer is your quiet attention. Our ancestors understood this truth well, and perhaps if we allow ourselves moments of silence again, we might hear what they were trying to teach us all along. Thank you for taking this moment of stillness.